What's up, guys? It's me, John Avenger, again. Now I'm going to do my top 15 honorable mentions of the year. The movies that I did enjoy this year, I liked. I didn't love them because either I didn't see them in the theater or they were direct to video or, TV movies. And there were movies I thought were superior, in my opinion. But these are the ones I did like, so here we go. Number 15 is a movie, it's an obscure film. It's called John Dies at the End. This is a film that not a lot of people know about, but I thought it was pretty clever. It was very funny. I liked the visuals. It was very trippy for a 2013 film. I like the cast, Paul Giamatti and a bunch of other people. It's definitely a weird movie, but it's right up my alley. I like weird films sometimes. And I thought the film was done very well. I rented it in the library. I had a fun time with it, so I thought it deserved a mention. Okay, number 14, The Marine 3 Homefront. This is with The Miz, not with John Cena. I really did enjoy this film. I thought the action was pretty decent. I thought The Miz did a good job as the lead. It's R rated. It doesn't have a lot of shaky cam and craziness. I thought the story was very straightforward. Even though the film was not in theaters, it was a direct-to-video film. It was shot better than a lot of films that are in theaters today. So I would thought I'd give it a thumbs up because it surprised me. I don't think it was as horrible as some people made it out to be. So just a food for thought. Okay, number 13 is Scooby Doo Stage Fright. This is an animated TV movie. I really enjoyed this film. I thought it was a big surprise, a big step up from the movies from last year. I thought the voice acting was really good. The songs were breathtaking. I thought the story was well told. My problem with it is that the villain reveals it's a little bit too much. It's like overbearing. But other than that, I think the movie is really good. I would recommend it to people that like Scooby Doo. Very funny, very cute, really good songs. Gets a thumbs up from me. Okay, now number 12 is Sharknado. Yes, I know a lot of people hate this movie. I know this, but this movie was tweeted about when it first came out. It's how stupid the concept was. I liked it. I know it has terrible effects. I know the acting's not the best. I know that the film is not meant to be taken seriously. I knew that from the get go. But when I saw it, I was really surprised. I do like the cast in it. I do like some of the practical effects with when it's there, it's there. I mean, yeah, the CGI is not good. I know that. But as a B movie, looking at it from my perspective, I don't think it's the worst thing that Sci-Fi Channel has done. They've done worse films that have pissed me off, not just because of the effects, but because of some of the downbeat ending, which I hate more than crappy effects. But anyway, I really enjoyed Sharknado. I think it's a very underrated film. I can't wait for the sequel next year. And no, I'm not crazy, people. I'm not like, oh, I have shitty taste. No, I can watch a movie as long as it's entertaining, even if it has bad effects. R.I.P.D. would have helped if it was, if it had bad effects, I could forgive it as long as the story was good. But no, it wasn't. But this one, I thought the story flowed well. It's a dumb concept, but it deserves the little bit of cult status that it has. So I give it a cheers. Okay, next, number 11 is another sci-fi movie which I did enjoy because my mom enjoyed this and so did my sister. It's called Independence Day Disaster. It's basically a bunch of aliens that are abducting. Not they abduct. The president sees a bunch of aliens in the sky, all over the White House and everything, and it's crazy. They have the balls that were in Battleship, but I thought the movie was better than Battleship because that movie's too long. And basically, it's an alien invasion movie. I liked it. I thought it was very straightforward. I liked the cast in it. I thought it had some heart to it, despite being a low budget film. I don't think it's the worst film of the year. I mean, I've seen worse things on the Sci-Fi Channel in past years. Tom Everett Scott, I thought he did well as the president in this movie. Yes, I know he's the guy from American Werewolf in Paris, but I like the guy. I don't think he's the worst actor of all time. And sorry for getting sidetracked. Sometimes I'm doing all this without a script, so yeah, what you see is what you get. Anyway, I did like that movie, so a thumbs up. Not a bit in my best, but it's not my worst either. Okay, now number 10 is Elysium. I know Mike did not care for this movie. He said it was like kind of lackluster. There's things I did like about the film. I liked Matt Damon's performance. I liked the visuals. I thought the robots looked really cool. and the visual style that the director did. The director of District 9 did a good job with the visuals. Sharlto Copley, I thought, was a kick-ass villain. He steals the movie as Kruger. He's an awesome villain. The one thing I did not like about the film is the ending. I don't like the ending. I think it's downbeat and depressing, and it didn't need to be that way. It reminded me of the ending of Iron Legend, but I'm not going to spoil anything for those who haven't seen it. I know Matt hasn't seen it here. But Elysium, I don't think it's the worst film of the year. I mean, there were tons more sci-fi films that hurt me this year, like The Host. But this one didn't. I thought it was decent, for what it was. The action, yeah, the shaky cam is a problem. I admit that. But when I could see the action, it flows very well. I don't think it's the worst movie of 2013 in the summer. I mean, it didn't perform as well as District 9, but it's not better than District 9. I think District 9 is far more solid. But this was decent. I don't think, I'd give it a thumbs up for what it was. Okay, now, number 9 is Turbo. This was an animated movie that didn't do so well, done by DreamWorks. I thought it was cute. I liked the film. I liked the snails. The animation was really nice. The voice actors were really trying. The story's very predictable but straightforward, and I like the race at the end. I thought that it had a nice message to it, about never giving up and just going the extra mile. I liked Ryan Reynolds in the film as the voice of the snail, Turbo. So there were some colorful characters in the film, like Samuel Jackson and Snoop Dogg and a bunch of other people. I don't think it's the worst animated movie of the year. It definitely is way better than Rio and Escape from Planet Earth and a bunch of other animated movies I did not care for. But this one, I think it's decent. I think kids will like it, and so would adults, as long as they keep going with an open mind. Anyway, that's number 9. Number 8 is the sequel to a movie that I did like back in 2010, and that was Percy Jackson and the Olympians. I like that movie, and I like the sequel, Percy Jackson, Sea of Monsters. It wasn't better than the first film, but I did like that the cast was back together. Logan Lerman and Brandon T. Jackson and Alexandra Daddario. Definitely a better fare for her here than in Texas Chainsaw. I did like the story. I like the fact that Percy had another brother, Cyclops, who he was fine in the film. I like the girl that was in the Hunger Games. That was a side character. I like the visuals. I think they're done very well. I think it's a really fun, light-hearted kids movie. I don't think it's the worst thing ever. Some critics said that, they hit people with swords and they don't bleed, but it's a PG movie. You can't do much violence in a PG movie. But for what it was, I liked it. I can't wait till they do a third one. I don't think it rips off Harry Potter. I think it does its own thing. It's not magic. It's mostly, Greek mythology. So it's completely different. It's in its own realm from Harry Potter. The cast does well. It was a decent follow-up to the first one. I would put this with the first one as, some very entertaining, kids films, family films that just have to do with, Greek mythology. They're a lot better than the Clash of the Titans and Wrath of the Titans films done, for the past several years. So, yeah, give it a watch. You won't hate it. Number 7 is a Pokemon movie. It's called Pokemon the Movie, Genesect and the Legend Awakened. I saw the dubbed version, so, because the Japanese version is not available when they air it. But I really did enjoy this. The action is fantastic in this movie for a cartoon. It's very fast-paced. I thought Genesect, the Steel-type Pokemon, if you played the black version too, you know who he is. I thought it was done very well. The characters were good to see. I thought the story flowed well. Mewtwo, I liked seeing Mewtwo there. When he was there, it was pretty cool. I didn't like Mewtwo's voice, though, being a girl. It was just kind of weird. But the film is a lot better than a lot of the series I've seen this year. Because at least they give you more action than in a 30-minute episode. So I got a lot more for what I saw, and I was very pleased. So I give it a thumbs up. That's all I can say. Okay, number 6 is White House Down. I thought this was a very, very decent movie with Channing Tatum. I thought he did a really good job in this movie. I had a lot of fun watching this in the theater. The dialogue made me laugh. I thought Joey King did a really good job as Channing Tatum's daughter. She knows how to cry. She's really, really good. The action is really well done. There's no shaky cam bullshit. There's a lot of action in the movie. There's a lot of like models and a lot of explosions and a lot of craziness. And yeah, it's dumb, but it's a lot of fun. I really want to get this movie on Blu-ray. I thought it was really fun to watch in the theater with a bunch of people laughing and just having a good time. It's popcorn entertainment. It is what it is. I thought it was just, it was better than a lot of people had given it credit for, and it didn't deserve to underperform like it did. It's a lot better than a lot of movies I saw last year, like Amazing Spider-Man. And I want to do this whole video in one shot because, I don't want to take 3 parts just for this video because it's just honorable mentions anyway. Anyway, that's number 6, White House Down, fun movie. Number 5 is another White House movie, Under Attack, and that's Olympus Has Fallen. I saw this on my laptop, so I can't put it in my top 15 best because I wanted to see it in the theater and I didn't get to. But for what I saw, really good. Gerard Butler was really good as the lead. It's very R-rated, very intense. My pulse was racing every time something happened when the Koreans were taking over the White House. Aaron Eckhart did a good job in the film. I thought the action when it's there, it's really intense and it's really in your face. Very R-rated. There's some CGI in it, but what can you do? It's 2013. A lot of these action movies have CGI. I'm glad Ashley Judd wasn't in the movie that much. I didn't really care for her in the beginning of the film. I thought the acting was really solid from everybody, even Angela Bassett, Morgan Freeman, and the ones I mentioned before. Gerard Butler, yeah, do stick to this stuff. Don't do any more romantic comedies. They're not good for you. These are the kind of films that people want to see you in because you're really awesome in action and you got that intensity that we want. A Scotsman that really knows how to deliver in the action genre, that's for sure. I liked Gamer, so I'm looking forward to seeing more of Gerard Butler and things like this. Fun movie. Props. Okay, number 4. This was an animated movie that caught me by surprise. I saw it in Redbox a couple of weeks ago. I thought it was very funny. I thought my family really enjoyed it, and it has a lot of heart to it, and that's The Croods. I did enjoy this film. I thought the cast did a very good job voice acting in the film. The animation is stunning. It looks like Avatar, but it's a lot less. It's shorter, and it's to the point, and it has more heart than Avatar will ever have, or its sequels. The movie really, I did enjoy it. I really enjoyed it with my family. I don't know what else to say about it. I should have seen this in the theater. It was cold though. It was like the month of March, so I didn't get to see it. But when the sequel comes out, I want to try to see that one in the theater. But The Croods, awesome. Okay, here's my top 3 honorable mentions. Number 3 is another animated movie I thought was really colorful and bright, and that was Epic. I did like this movie. I know some critics say it's not epic, it's kind of lame. I'm like, it is what it is. It is Fern Gully, basically. If you've seen Fern Gully, it's basically the same story. But I did like the animation. I think the animation is gorgeous. The leaf people and the trees and the flowers and the birds, everything. It just looks so realistic and just colorful. It's just appealing to the eyes, And I thought the characters served their purpose. I liked Amanda Seyfried's character. She didn't annoy me. I like Josh Hutcherson as one of the leaf people. Colin Farrell, he did his job. Beyonce, beautiful as always. I thought the snail, the slug and the snail were really funny. The film, is really short. It goes really fast. It doesn't take 2 hours to get the story across. And for what it was, I liked it. So, Epic, good job. You did an entertaining movie, Blue Sky. Okay, now my number 2. This is Rambo Raff's best, second best film of the year. I know he'd probably be shocked that I didn't put this in my top 15 because, well, I didn't see this in the theater and I really wanted to, but I was very hesitant because the movie was long. But I got to see the unrated cut and it was worth it. World War Z, awesome movie. Brad Pitt was not sleepwalking in this movie. He did a really good job. The film is very fast paced. The zombies look incredible up close. The CGI, it's there. The rest of the cast did a really good job. The movie is very intense. When things happen in the movie, you feel it. Like you feel when that girl gets her hand cut off. You feel when the zombies are rolling like a ball. You feel when Brad Pitt is being chased down by the zombies. You feel every gunshot. You feel every bit of chaos on the plane. You feel everything in this movie. Only problem is the movie's a little bit too long. I thought some things could have been shortened, like the scene in Israel that could have been cut down, and also the scene with the Mexicans that could have been cut down. But overall, really enjoyable. I do like this film. I think it's really solid. I can't wait for a sequel. I hope Brad Pitt lives to see the sequel because I want to see him do another one of these. Great job, Mr. Pitt. You did a great job. I hope you do more. And I will say this: it was one of the best zombie films I've seen. That's PG-13. It started as PG-13 and then got unrated, and it deserved it, and it deserves the money that it made. So good job, World War Z. The trailer was just a it was a bad trailer at first, but seeing the movie, it definitely paid off. Okay, now my number one honorable mention before I get to the movies that I loved this year is a movie that I liked in the month of August. It didn't like blow up the box office, but I thought it was fun. I had fun. I was laughing, and it's Two Guns. Yeah, I know Mark Wahlberg gets a lot of jobs, but this one I definitely liked him in. I thought he was really funny. He cracked me up in the theater. Him and Denzel had some pretty good rapport. The action when it was there, I thought it was pretty fun. I like Paula Patton. I got to see her titties. I'm not gonna spoil that. She's a gorgeous woman. I think she's one of the most beautiful black women I have ever seen. It's sad though that what happens to her character though. She's kind of underused, but the film was fun. I don't hate the movie. I think it's a lot more. It's a lot more appealing than Machete Kills. I will not see Machete Kills, but Two Guns, I wouldn't mind getting it on Blu-ray. It has a commentary that I would like to listen to. Denzel, while I'm not the biggest fan of him, I think he's a really good actor. Here, he's fine, and he does what he can. He for his age, he does a lot better stuff than a lot of guys that are half his age. So those are my top 15 honorable mentions. A bunch of films that I did enjoy this year. Some of them I need to get on DVD or Blu-ray. And next time I'm going to talk to you guys about the top 15 best films that I saw this year. And stay tuned. Bye.